Yo, what's up guys? You got pokeaim here with another Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee Wi-Fi battle today. I'm going to be using a team with Mega Beedrill. Figured it'd be... That cry is so loud. I'm going to get out of here. I figured it'd be pretty fitting to be in front of the Viridian City Forest, but good old reliable Mega Beedrill. I'm pretty excited. If you guys missed any of my previous Wi-Fi battles, there's a playlist down below. Encourage you to go and check that out. But yeah, we'll just pause it until we find a Wi-Fi battle, and we'll be right back. Alright, so we have a game. Pretty solid team here, just all around. I love Venusaur a lot. I think Mega Zam is great. I have a Muck because of that Barrier Zam that dodged Sleep Powder last time. Like, I'm not about to have that again. So I love Beedrill as a lead. I think it just U-turns out on pretty much everything. Getting in Rhydon, getting up rocks would be nice. I don't have Snorlax on this build. That's what I was like forgetting. But I have Arcanine, which would be pretty cool, considering my opponent's fire resist is Starmie and Rhydon, both of which are worn down by a lot of my team. This is going to be a tough matchup, though, for sure. I just realized how weak I am to Starmie with this build. Yeah, I don't know. Because if I'm my opponent, I lead off with something like Starmie, which matches up well versus the majority of my team, and you prevent my rocks. And by doing this Beedrill, I figured, like I said, by doing Beedrill or using Beedrill as a lead, I prevent this. I just thought it matched up well versus everything. I didn't think Zam would be a lead, and obviously Beedrill can just U-turn. I don't know why my opponent's staying in. This should do a ton. It might not knock it out if it is Bold Starmie, but yeah, like, okay, yeah, it didn't knock it out, but that's still such an odd turn, I feel. That is such an odd turn. Maybe just a Thunder Wave me? Do I want Muck being Scaldburnt? I still think Muck is the play. Though I have to be very careful about their Alakazam. However, Outrage is going to be super scary. Okay, they do go for Thunder Wave here. So that's fair. I think that's very fair. I guess they could bring in Rhydon if they want to. But me being paralyzed means I can't be... I'm going for Mega Drain because it hits Rhydon, by the way. But me being paralyzed means I can't be put to sleep, which is amazing. And they do go Rhydon. So ideally, I break through and get off this about 80% or so. Nice. This is going to be really good for Beedrill. Oh, that did 99%. What? Why is everything living on 1? So, Arcanine and Rhydon being gone is pretty much incredible for Arcanine. Excuse me, Starmie and what? Starmie and Rhydon being gone is incredible for Arcanine. Like, absolutely incredible for Arcanine. We'll go with Poliwrath because I don't mind if they Earthquake. They should definitely go for Stealth Rock here. They actually go for Earthquake, which is nice because if I do get up my own Stealth Rock, which I can pretty much safely do, I think. I also didn't think Poliwrath was that useful. Zapdos, Alakazam, everything takes the hit. Though I will throw off an Ice Punch because it hits both Zapdos and Venusaur. Them not going for rocks is incredible because if I get up my own rocks, which I will, I basically say, okay, Starmie's dead and Rhydon's dead. So, I mean, I'm going to make the Rhydon play. They'll more than likely go for U-turn here, but even though my Poliwrath isn't the most useful, it can still at least superpower. Snorlax. So, I do think that my Beedrill is going to be incredible, especially if they go for Roost here versus Thunderbolt. As they go for, oh, nice. So, they didn't go for the momentum that turn, and I think that's a pretty big turn because basically, this is an even bigger turn because I get up rocks. And that means that both Starmie and Rhydon both go down. They absolutely both go down. So it's such a great turn for me. Get up rocks. I keep Zapdos nice and low. And honestly, Thunderbolt, Toxic, Roost, and U-turn are probably Zapdos' moves. So I'm going to click Earthquake here. If they do go for Roost, I will be able to hit them because they do lose their flying type. If they go for U-turn, Earthquake hits their entire team. Ooh, they're Subtoxic. Alright, so I'm fighting Subtoxic Zapdos once again. I do not like fighting this mod because it actually has potential to wall, to stall out this entire thing. Every single time I do this, I always fight this one. I'll still be able to break the sub and at least keep Zapdos low, and I know that my Beedrill Like, I know for a fact that my Beedrill is going to be really good in this too. Like, my Rhydon didn't do anything in this game besides beating Zapdos, so I don't mind using it to, like I've said, beat Zapdos essentially. If it's Sub-Roost, it can't touch me outside of Toxic. I think this is still a really good set, but like I said, they have Venusaur, they have Alakazam. The only thing I'm really beating again is this Zapdos. So, provided I don't repeatedly miss Rock Slides, I should be good. And we're just gonna Earthquake here. Earthquake guarantees that if they Roost, which they will, because they have no other attack to go for. Like, I'm showing you guys, like, it loses Flying type this turn, so that guarantees that I break this up. And what I'll do is, I'll go for Rock Slide after. They'll be at 75% because they'll go for sub. Yeah, see? Just for those that might not believe what I've been saying, even though I'm telling the truth. But, breaks that sub, nice. Hitting that Rock Slide initially would have meant that Zapdos would have been a lot lower. But I don't mind this because my Beedrill does tank a Thunderbolt easily. Not easily, but it does tank it. And with them at 75%, I 2-hit KO them. So, provided I do connect, I would love to connect with this because I'm going to die to poison. Please? Thank you, Rhydon. Appreciate you, buddy. So, like I said, provided I do connect, I'll be able to go out to Beedrill, and I'll go for 2 Poison Jabs, and 2 Poison Jabs will be able to knock out Zapdos as long as I'm not paralyzed by Thunderbolt. They don't have Drill Peck. We've seen their entire moveset. Sub-Roost, Toxic, Thunderbolt. I'm doing pretty well. So, yeah, we go out to Big Beedrill here. And I'll just Poison Jab. They don't really switch in very well to this Pokemon anyway because their Rhydon and their Rhydon basically is gone. Their Rhydon is gone. So yeah, this will 2-hit KO. And it has a 30% chance to poison my opponent. As I go for T-Bolt, please do not paralyze me because this will make this a lot harder than it needs to be. Thank you. So once again, Poison Jab is relatively free. I would love, and they give me Zapdos, amazing. So they didn't even like save this, which I think would have been a decent play because this has potential to do something later. And Rhydon, like I said, Rhydon and Starmie both legitimately die to rocks. So Rhydon essentially made it so that I beat Zapdos, but it also technically beat both Rhydon and Starmie too. I mean, Rhydon is my favorite rocker in this generation, so. Not sure why Starmie came out. Yeah, Alakazam comes out, which makes sense, of course, because if this thing wants to Mega Evolve, it will be able to outspeed me and beat me down. I have my full HP Muck all ready for this. I'm going to save it. And the fact that they paralyze me means that they can't sleep me with Venusaur as well. Like, there's so much good out of this thing being paralyzed. Another thing, like I said, is amazing is that my Arcanine does not have any switch-ins for Flare Blitz. So when I bring an Arcanine eventually on their Venusaur and I click Flare Blitz, I'm picking up a KO. Obviously, Mega Alakazam though does outspeed Mega Beedrill. I'm surprised they didn't go for Shadow Ball there. What they have left? Snorlax. Yes. So I go for Crunch here. They might go Snorlax. They should sack their Rhydon to get a free switch into Snorlax actually. Or does they go hard Venusaur? Interesting. Why hard Venusaur? I'm very surprised because I guess they intend to Leech Seed me. I am paralyzed. I don't want them to randomly click Sleep Powder. I'm gonna click Crunch. I'm scared. Yeah. I'm gonna click Crunch because I'm sleep. Like, they might have tried to predict me there. They should have Leech Seeded, but they might have tried to predict me there. All right, I'll make the Arcanine play now. Please don't Sleep Powder again. That does not make any sense. I'm paralyzed. You can't stack that. Don't do it. Go for Leech Seed. As they go for another Sleep Powder. What is going on? You can't stack status. They definitely did not predict me to switch either because I'm at 100%. The reason I did this is because I want to keep Muck healthy. That's fine. I mean, Arcanine can eventually wake up. Like, I can't wake up this turn, but next turn I can, and I won't die. Like, I won't die to Venusaur. Arcanine is a good boy. He's gonna do this for me. He's gonna get a first turn wake. Either way, Venusaur is in range of Poison Jab from Beedrill, and I still have Muck at 100%, which is what I wanted. Like, the first turn, the first Sleep Powder makes sense, right? Because I could switch into Arcanine on a Leech Seed, so that makes sense. But the second time, when you're at like 10%, Leech Seed should always be your play. I think Leech Seed should always be the play at that point. I mean, their Venusaur is coming back, but like it's not going to be enough. It's not enough for my my Flare Blitz. It's not enough for my Dragonite's Outrage too. Maybe I might lose 1v1 of this. Let's see. Hey, Thaw. Arcanine, you are a good boy. And they do have a Sludge Bomb. This should not knock me out with Leech Seed. Yep. I'm gonna live it on just a Slither. I don't care. I don't mind. I don't mind. Cause like if I don't wake up here and I don't get off my Flare Blitz, I'll be really sad that this worked out for my opponent. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. They predicted me to switch, right? Thank you. Like I guess they did predict me to switch. But either way, Arcanine finally pulls through. Unfortunately, Arcanine might have gotten 3 KOs there, but I still do have superpower on Poliwrath for the Snorlax, and I still do have options as well, so should be okay. Even if it's like Barrier Alakazam, that doesn't beat this Muck. So I do think that Dragonite is my play now, because if they go Snorlax, it basically guarantees I get an Outrage off. If they go Alakazam, I KO Alakazam, which means that my Beedrill outspeeds their entire team. As they go Rhydon, which is a fair play on like a sack, because that means that you get to see what I bring in. Nice rocks. Oh, I pick up that KO, thank you. Big Rhydon. So they'll probably bring out Snorlax now. I'll Outrage for a 2-hit KO. Whereas Snorlax has to like self-destruct to knock me out. Even Ice Punch won't knock out Dragonite. As they go Zamp. And this is the same thing. If you Barrier in my face, I will be sad, but Dazzling Gleam will not knock me out. I'm actually going to go for Agility. Just to make sure I'm faster, just in case something happens here. Yeah, so this makes sure Dragonite's faster, and Dragonite does 2-hit KO. Dragonite does 2-hit KO Snorlax, and it guarantee knocks out Alakazam. And there's no Snorlax, there's no like cursed Snorlax in this game, so there's no Snorlax set that can actually set up on an outraging Dragonite. Go ahead and give me that. And their last is that Snorlax. I saved my superpower Poliwrath in the back. Kind of sucks because like I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. They definitely got me on that Sleep Powder turn. They had to expect me to predict their Leech Seed, right, and go Arcanine, which is what I wanted to bring it in on, right? I didn't want to bring it on Sleep Powder, but that was Sleep Powder. Unless they thought they missed and I wasn't paralyzed. Nice. This should not be able to knock me out. And Dragonite ends up getting a 3-turn Outrage, so I'm going to be able to win anyway. Nice. Big Dragonite. Alright, so we take the first game. I'll pause it, guys, until we find another battle. And, yeah. We will be right back, because this is basically, I think, a 3-0 or something like that. Something like that. We defeated Freeze. That's what I know. I know we won that game, because that was their last Pokemon. That was a 4-0. Okay, so yeah. I'll be right back, guys, with another battle. Alright, so we have another battle, and oof, this one's going to be fun. Mega Gyarados, Dragonite, Magneton, Poliwrath. What a clean team, honestly. Absolutely love my my Beedrill in this game. Just highest speed tier. Gotta keep my, I gotta be careful not to lose that Dragonite. Like, my Dragonite can go in versus him, but his Dragonite can go in versus me. But yeah, I love Beedrill in this game. I love Poliwrath's ability to check a few of my opponent's teams. I think if I'm them, I lead off with something that deals with Rhydon. So either Magneton or Poliwrath. So Beedrill matches up well versus Magneton, but not necessarily Poliwrath. But yeah, as long as I stop them from potentially agilitying up, I should be okay. Assuming that's their set, of course. If they lead off with it, I'm in a worse situation because they could just click Outrage immediately. But yeah, this is going to be a fun game. So lead off with Gyarados. Yep, that's fine. I think that's a fair lead as well. Matches up decently versus this. Like, my Poliwrath is good in this game, but you know what's crazy? My Arcanine is not bad with Play Rough and Will-O-Wisp either. Especially if this Gyarados Mega... I mean, it's not going to Mega Evolve now. That's a good lead because it obviously, if it doesn't Mega Evolve, it's not weak to my U-turn. And it can deal with Poliwrath too to an extent. This is actually a fantastic lead on their part. One of the mons that threatens Rhydon, but also, you know, I'm able to get Chip off on Gyarados. Wait, they Mega Evolve turn 1. Ah, they messed up. They should not have Mega Evolve turn 1. You Mega Evolve the turn after, because now I get off super effective damage on you. not only do I get off super effective damage on you, but I also can go out to Poliwrath and hard wall you and also hit you for super effective damage. So it's like a win-win here. But yeah, I go Poliwrath here. They might Earthquake for some, you know, decent damage. They crunch. Yeah, so like they took way too much there, and now they're guaranteed like weakened by my play rough. I'm a superpower here. I play really safe, I think, versus Mega Gyarados in this game because I'm very weak to it. They might go Dragonite, which makes a lot of sense, I think. I do want Rocks up in this game too if I'm able to. They just go for Earthquake. Okay, so I'm fine with this thing being gone. It's a threat. I don't think there's any denying that this thing is a giant threat. And it makes sense that they want to weaken my Poliwrath because their Dragonite goes in, right? Like, I have a few checks to Dragonite. I have this with Ice Punch, only if it tries to set up on me. And then I have Rhydon, which has to, you know, Dragon Tail. So, it's a problem. It's definitely a problem. But I do like getting rid of Gyarados. I think that thing is a huge problem. Magneton comes out. Okay, how do I want to play this? If I risk Rhydon on a Thunderbolt and then pivot, that's bad. Does my Muck do anything at all in this game? Not really. I think Muck is the play always, yeah. Muck is the play. Muck and maybe just Crunch, because if they go Rhydon, I can Crunch into Mega Drain them. And they do go for Flash Cannon too, so I'm glad I didn't go hard Rhydon to pivot into something. I did a lot. I really did do a lot. Anyway, we go for Crunch here. Crunch hits their entire team for neutral besides Poliwrath. Magneton isn't the biggest of threats because I have both Flare Blitz and I have what's it called in the back? Flare Blitz and Drill Run. Excuse me, from my Beedrill. And I have Earthquake from Dragonite too. Nice. This is nice because I should be able to knock them out with Crunch into Mega Drain if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if they're going to use this to pivot into Dragonite. They might. They didn't expect Mega... I guess it's been a little while since maybe someone fought this. But now I got rid of Rhydon, and my Flare Blitz and Play Roughs are going to be so good. My Arcanine is going to be fire in this game. I love it. I absolutely love it. That's amazing. Okay, so getting rid of that is amazing. Like 2 giant threats gone instantly. Those are legitimately giant threats. I'm assuming Dragonite's going to come out. Yeah, that's Dragonite. It says like I'm just going to go for... Do I have Toxic on this one or just my self-destruct one? So I need damage on this thing, right? And looking at their team, Snorlax is dealt with by Poliwrath, so I'll keep that thing around. I'm going to just self-destruct. I'll take one Earthquake. As I go for Agility, yeah. I can't have them setting up an Agility and sweeping me. So I'm going to go for self-destruct. And then bring out my... Rhydon. To hit them after. With a Dragon Tail to get them out of there. Because even if they roost, this is just my best play. So we go Rhydon here. I could Rock Slide. I mean, if Rock Slide connects it knocks them out at that percentage. If they roost, I could always... I mean, either way, both Dragon Tail... They both have 90 accuracy. I'm going to go for Rock Slide here. They don't go for Roost to try and avoid the super effectiveness. So let's pray we connect. Because that did half exactly. Come on. Come on, Rhydon. Thank you. Where there's a Rhydon, there's a way. Not bad. Okay, giant threat gone. Like plus speed, giant plus speed threat gone. Assuming Poliwrath wants to come out, I'm going to go for Dragon Tail. Because if that thing sets up bulk ups on me, I could lose. Yeah. Yeah, if Poliwrath sets up enough bulk ups on me, I can lose. So I'm going to try and force that thing out. It's still a giant threat. And they might go for bulk, because like this thing is a giant threat too. I don't know if I might live in Ice Punch. Yeah, they tried to catch my Dragonite, which makes sense. I still stand by my play. Got some nice little chip right there too. Big Rhydon. I love Rhydon. And I get in Snorlax, which means I get a free Earthquake. So that's amazing. So yeah, I get a free Earthquake here. I'm faster than Snorlax. I get some nice damage off. they can't switch into Poliwrath because it takes too much, and if they go Magneton, it will obviously die. And now I can go Poliwrath of myself, and I can click Sewer Power. Or I can be cool and I can click Arcanine and try and use it in this game. Because Arcanine can basically Sewer Power this and knock it out, but it can also hit the Will-O-Wisp on Poliwrath. So I'll go for that. Go ahead and give me that Snorlax. Nice. Hey, big Arcanine. And I'm going to attempt to land a Will-O-Wisp on the Poliwrath as well, because even if it bulks up, as long as I have the burn on it, I'm good. Fire types should not be able to miss Will-O-Wisp, by the way. They can, but they shouldn't. Because if poison types can hit Toxic always, why can't fire types hit Will-O-Wisp? Half of them are literally made of fire. Like, actually on fire. I guess Arcanine isn't really... It has the colors of it, but it's not really made of fire. Alright, Will-O-Wisp, my friend. Go ahead. Hey, it landed too. Good, good. So I should not lose to this thing. I won't die now to Waterfall, because Waterfall will do neutral. I think go for Rock Slide. They really keep going for those mid-grounds to catch both Dragonite and my team in general. I wonder how much my player off does. At -1, I want to see how much it does. Because I have Dragonite to click Earthquake anyway versus Mag, so I'm good. Ooh, that did some damage. That might be a 2-hit KO. Hold up. I mean, I'm going to die here, but that might be a 2-hit KO. Arcanine is so... That's what I'm saying. Arcanine is a good boy. I know I already titled a video like that, but it really is, man. Hey, go for the next one. Connect it and get the roll. You got the burn on your side. I mean, at that point, Poison Jab knocks it out too. But look at Arcanine going in. And all I got to do is Flare Blitz that Magneton. I'll be faster than it, guaranteed. And even at -1, I'm pretty sure it'll die. Yeah, I'm pretty sure at -1 it's going to die, yeah. I like Shiny Magneton. It looks... I mean, I like both Magnetons. They look sleek. There you go, my friend. Go ahead and pick up that... Ooh, it just barely survived because it's -1 attacked. Just barely. Hey, Arcanine still did a ton of work. Still did a ton of work. It really didn't matter what move they clicked there. I'm surprised they didn't click Thunderbolt. We go out to Beedrill. We can just click U-turn and get on out of this game because that is a good game. Don't have to click Drill Run. Why risk missing when he's at like 2%? There you go. And we'll U-turn on out of this game. Nice. That was a good game. That was fun. I think my opponent played like early. I feel like they led really well, right? Rob led really well. But they should not have Mega Evolved their Gyarados. Because I would have gone U-turn. I would have gone like 20-something%. I would have always had to go Poliwrath. They could weaken me with Earthquake. I think Earthquake also should have been their turn 1 play. Or Waterfall if they didn't Mega, obviously. And then they still resist my Poliwrath attacks besides Ice Punch if they don't Mega Evolve. They can use Gyarados for later and just be a giant threat, right? And, you know, the combination of dealing with that and just messing with my Poliwrath enough and wearing it down meant that potentially a late game Snorlax, especially because they had Ice Punch too for my Dragonite. I would not have seen Ice Punch coming. Well, I mean, I talked about it, but if my Dragonite wasn't at full, like that's something that could knock it out. So, yeah, I think they definitely could have used... They had the tools, but I don't think they used them well. Anyway, it's alright. We all improve and we all, you know, get better over time. But hope you guys all enjoyed. Of course, if you did, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. You guys can check out my playlist down below for my other Wi-Fi battles. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye, my friends.